Hi guys, it's me Karen and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Today we're going to do part 2 of Magical Dawn. We're working on this page here. And just a refresher, if you're just coming in on my channel, this book is all done in the same colors. Pink, blue, purple, and the greens. Okay, so we're just continuing the book in those colors. We're going to work on the leaves today. I'm going to show you how I do those. Done them probably about 30-40 times in this book, but we're going to go ahead and do them again. They're done in the green colors. The green colors are moss green, ochre green, putty beige, and black and a little bit of white. The black and white are always shadows and highlights, and these are the colors of the leaves themselves. So we'll get you down a little closer and I'll show you how we do these. Okay, all the leaves are going to be done the same way. I'm going to pick these two at the top because I don't have to keep turning the book around. So we're going to start here with the moss green. And we're going to go in down at the base and up here at the top. And you'll notice that just a little bit more on this side. The top here and on the bottom part and next to the center vein here. Do the same thing on the other side. Just want to bring a little of that in a little higher, just using a light touch. Okay, we'll do the same thing over here. I really need to put a piece of paper behind here. We'll do that. Where are they? The paper behind here has got stickles on it and they're crackling. So I want to make sure I get that paper behind there. It helps with the stickle parts, so you're not getting too much of that transferred in because of the bump, but it also helps any color transferring on the other two pages to each other. Okay, that's that. Then we take in our putty beige. We're going to go into those light areas and just put the putty beige in. We're also going to put that right in the center of these veins that come up. We're going to go in with the green ochre. And we're going to pick a side here. We're going to go up the side of the vein. Okay. And then up a little on the side here. Pull that out a little bit if you like. And we're going to go down the center vein with that. Boom. Same thing on this one. bring in our moss green again. Okay, we're going to take the black right in next to this flower. We're going to darken these areas. This one is going to have a little darker because it's behind this leaf, so we're just going to lightly put it in there. And then pick one side and go up a little higher. And those are our leaves, and we're going to do that. If you like, you can put a little tiny bit of white in there. It's up to you how much highlight you want in there. Forgot to do that part. Up to you how much play you want to do on these. You can do them simple. You can continue to add color to them, darken up some areas. Whatever you like. But they're all going to be done the same way. There's lots of them here. And then we're going to do a flower for you. Okay, the flowers, the centers are purple and the flower is pink. So we'll use the same purples we used on her hair. Black grape, Parma violet, and gray lavender. So these little fuzzy dudes that go up, I'm going to pick and choose some areas to be dark. And some that are going to stay light. It's up to you where you want your darkness and your lightness to be. You just don't want dark all the way around. You want to give some kind of definition to it. So we're going to have 3 colors in here. So I left some that are blank. We're going to go in with the Parma violet now. And maybe make this one just a lighter purple. Add some of that into one of these. And then go in with the gray lavender and blend them all together. So that kind of gives them their distinctive different colors. Now, in the deepest, darkest spots, we're going to add a little tiny black. And in the lightest colors, we're going to add a little white. And there we have the little, I don't even know what you call these. It's the center of the flower, but some of them are kind of wiggly, and then some are just dots. So we have to do the dots on the outside too on this one. So we're going to go around one side in the dark. A little bit of the Parma violet next to that. That was great lavender. So sorry. Maybe we'll just do it that way. And then add white. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so that's only the two colors. We'll do another little bit of that over here. The dark. Go around one bit of it. Kind of like a berry over here. And then just go in. I have to sharpen that. It's a little smaller than the other place. And we'll just add a little of the gray lavender in there and just blend it. Leave 1, 2 for the white, and just put a little white in some of those. And give it a little blend, and then you have a nice little mix. So those are the centers, and then we will get the colors out for the flowers. Okay, we've got our colors that we've used on the flowers prior. Black raspberry, clay rose, and rosy beige are our main colors with a little bit of white in it, or yeah, because we're just going to use these. They're like the flowers that I did on this page here. So those are the three colors plus a little tiny bit of white, and that's what we're going to use. Trying to keep the book kind of cohesive here. So here we go. Black raspberry first. We'll do the two flowers that we have going here. So you have petals that are underneath petals and petals that are on top. I'm going to sharpen that. Sorry. Okay, so down in here where our petal is underneath, we're going to darken up both sides of that and bring it up a little in here. And then probably a little up here on the top, just to pull some color down. Like that. This one is underneath, so we'll do the same thing with that. And I'll just go around and pick the ones that are underneath, and we'll do all that part first. This one is behind this one. It's kind of a big petal. So in some areas you want it a little darker. And then you want it light in some places because we're going to be blending. So just pull some of that down with a real light touch. Try to get your lines to go the way the petal goes. Then you don't have to blend out so much. This one's underneath that one, so... Okay, on the ones that are in front, we just want to lightly go down here. Okay, we'll do this one too. Darker on that one. And going around. This one's behind, so we can darken that. Do a little bit on the tips, especially if you've got purple on there, you can just cover that mess up. We don't have to worry about it. Okay, then you go in with the clay rose. And just lightly bring some of that color in too. We do want to put heavy pressure on this one. Kind of leave an area for the next color that's light. Again, try to keep your lines going in the direction you want the flower petal to go. Oops, this one. Doing two at the same time. Okay, the light color here is the Rosy Beige. Blending everything together. Very lightly going over the highlight part, the lightest spot. Okay, and on there we're going to add a little white, just like on the edge here, and to fill in that little highlight piece. Okay, we'll do that over here, add the Rosy Beige in. And then a little bit of white. Now on any of those, if you want to make it a little darker, we'll just go back in with the black raspberry and pull some of that up. Okay, that's how we'll do the flowers. Keep those over there. And if you want to know about the leaves, they're going to be done the same way as this guy, but we're going to color in this one so you can see what it looks like. So the mossy green, a little fuzz on that one. Yep, that's green ochre. No wonder I'm having problems. Okay, mossy green. Take that one in first. There's not much to play around with on the littler leaves, so tiny black down in here. Then go back in with the moss green. Go over that black and blend it in a little bit. And there you go. Can add a little white in there if you like, just to make sure our highlight stands out. Boom. Okay, so flowers that way. We've got jewels left. We're going to play around with those a little bit. They are the blue tones. So blue's up here. All over the place. Little sets of 3. Indigo, blue slate, and sky blue light. And we have tiny little things, so hold on. Okay, so we are going to have to just move this stuff here. Got to turn the book a little bit because I need to get to the pins. So we're going to take our lightest color, which is the sky blue light, and we're going to go up the pin piece here. And if we got any of that purple hair in there, we're going to just kind of go over it with that. And hopefully it'll blend in. And we're going to go over all of them. Okay, so each one of those pins has got the light blue in there. We'll take the slate blue and down at the bottom, we'll bring a little of that up and a little of that down. Okay, up at the pin, I don't know, the top. Let's get our duster here. Okay, the little ball and this little holder of the top part. We're going to do all those in the light blue. Okay, go in with a little of the slate blue. Some of these are bigger than other ones. Okay, and then on the top, we'll go in with the indigo. Put a little indigo around the bottom little bowl and down here at the base. Okay, and then we will add a tiny bit of the blue slate in here. And guess what color? Sky blue light. Touch of white, if I can find my white. Used a little white. There we go. I think that this little guy needs to be just a skosh darker on that side. There we go. I'll do the other ones. I have to turn the book a little more though. What's it leaning on now? Don't fall. Go back in with a little of that dark blue down here. And a touch of black, and we have to sharpen that because we need to get that separate there. Just bring that up on the side. Just darkens it enough to give it its shadow. Do that on all of them. There we go. So we have our little blue pins to hold our flowers in her hair, I guess. We're going to go down to the jewelry. We can either do it in pink or blue or green. I think I'm going to have to bring some of that blue down here, so we'll do her earring in blue. Probably all the gems. I just got to see here. Got to figure it out which section I want to do. And we have some erasing to do because I got some of her skin tone in there. Don't use your hand wipe. Use little thing to wipe. Okay, so blues. What did I do with the blues already? Boom, boom, boom. Just pick up the 3, hold them in your hand, and then you won't lose them. All right, let's start with the light blue. Kind of map where I want the light to show. We're going to also be adding stickles on this. So kind of a light blue coming down on this side. There we go. Make it shine a little bit. Okay. And we'll put a little of the slate blue. Something like that. Then we'll add our darker color in. go back in with our lighter blue and just make sure we blend those nicely. Light blue. A little white. Get a bigger white over here. Okay, up at the top. Okay, we're going to sharpen the black and bring it in. Just going to go try to trace around just the bottom of these. Oops, that's what I meant by try. The wax that's built up on these kind of slips and slides here. We're just going to trace around all these things. Okay, I'm going to take the indigo, just go around that. All right. We'll be adding in some highlights in there too. Let's see what I got here. I have that, and I also have just trying out that pen. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. Just move something. I have this pen too. We're going to add some highlights here. See how this one works compared to the other one. I don't know about the bottom ones. Add a little bit of coloring to that when that dries. Okay, we're going to go down to this area here. And we're going to, well, I think I'm going to have to erase some of this because I drew in those too. Or we can just darken it and make it kind of a pink with some blue stones in it. That's an idea. Let's see, we used Rosy Beige in here. Let's see if I can't. Add a little Rosy Beige into her skin too. Okay. Looking for my eraser. We're going to try to get some of this out of this one. That one, this guy here, and I don't think I got any down there, so we're okay. Okay, we're going to go in here with the lightest blue. A little bit of, get some dust off of there, the slate blue. Tiny bit of the indigo. Okay, we leave it like that for right now. We're going to bring in the green, because we're going to do some green in the rounds. So we'll start off with the moss green. This way we can bring all the colors down. This is the putty. And then we'll go in with the green ochre. Just going to add a little of that in these chain pieces. On all the little gem holders. I don't know what they're called. I'm sure they have a name. Okay, since we have pink, I'm going to pick a pink color. We'll take the Rosy Beige, and we have the green. We'll take that green. So we pick two colors out of the green pile, which is green ochre and Rosy Beige. We're going to add those into the blue stones here. It's not a big stretch for the pink because her skin tone's already kind of in there. Okay, and then just a little splash of the green. Then we're going to bring in our white. Blend that up. Adding a nice big bright highlight in there. Dust them off, and we'll use a Posca this time. See if there's a big difference. We're going to draw the line right through there. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go around and add a highlight on all these. Don't know if I should color them darker. Before I do that, I could add a little black raspberry in them. I don't know, can you see all that? Sometimes I wonder what I'm filming. I'm not being too particular because we're going to be inking down here and putting stickles on these, so debating whether I should even put white highlights on them, but I will. Might show up. They'll just get covered with the ink though. Maybe I'll do it after inking. Okay. We're not quite done with her face either, and I have to finish the rest of these flowers and leaves before we can do any inking. So I'm going to do that off camera real quick, and I will get back to you in just a second. Okay, we're back. Leaves and flowers done. We're going to work on her face a little bit more. I'm going to take some of that Rosy Beige here, and then I'm going to put it under her eye a little bit, pull that out a little bit. We're going to be shading underneath there a little bit, adding eyelashes, that type of thing. Can add a little here under her nose piece and bring that out. Here, also here, up up in this area. Kind of bring it up here a little bit higher on her cheekbone. One of the reasons for this, not only because she needs a little more color in her face, we put that color up here and I want it to come down. This is one of the reasons we did not finish off her face. I want to add some of these colors in here. We're going to put a little in her lips here. Okay, in her eyes, I'm really going to have to clean out this little pouch so I know where all my stuff is, so I don't have to pull it out every time I want to grab one little thing. Of course, the one thing I'm trying to find in my little pouch is not here, so it must be out on the desk somewhere. Clunkety, clunkety, clunk I go. Hold on. Okay, found it. It's the Faber-Castell Pit pen. And we're going to add a little of this light in this area here. And lighten those up a little bit. We're going to come down here and add a little bit here to the nose. Maybe I can put this in her hair too. Oh no. To highlight some places. Definitely on the flower petals. If we want to. Anyway, that's not the point. We're doing a face. Okay. A little under her eyebrow here. And we're going to lighten the eyebrow up on the top. Take a little of that off here. Lighten it up. We're going to go downward on that. Hopefully. Okay, we're going to take some of these lines out here. Don't need so much. There. Okay. Dry, 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 dry. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of the clay rose under her eyes here too. When I put black on this, I can't go back over it, so I want to get that as dark as I can with a little shadowing kind of under there. On this side too. The eye is set back farther. inner lip. Okay. Duster again. This is the purple we used on her eyebrow. I need to sharpen that. I need a bigger pen. Point on that. And I probably don't have this on lock. We're going to touch that for a little bit so it doesn't try to just do my hand. We're going to bring that down a little bit here. We can touch that up again. There we go. I'm going to take a little bit of the, wherever it went, black raspberry. And put it down here. I need to sharpen that too. Inner lip. Fuzz all over it. Wooden fuzz. Okay. Just darken it on that line and bring that down lightly. We'll go back in with the clay rose. And then with our Rosy Beige. Very soft lip color. That goes with everything up there. Highlight that a little bit, then we're going to color over it with not too dark of a color to start with. We need to layer it. Little light flesh. I don't want to scratch it off, but I probably am. Bit of the Rosy Beige. Sharpen that. Get a sharper one here. And since we can't get rid of that line altogether, we're going to bring down some hair here. Let's see. Black grape is a good one because it's the color of the hair. But we have a little hair coming down here, so we'll bring just a piece coming down this way, right over that. And since we have black lines up there, we'll just continue this line here with the little black. Like that. We'll color this in darker. A bit of the light. And light gray. Tiny bit of white in there. Then go back over it. We're going to throw some hairs kind of here and there. Here we go. A little bit messier hair, that's all. All right. Eyelashes, black. There we go. Now we're going to ink. Remember I said I'm going to ink, and I'm going to bring some of that ink color into her face, so don't freak out when I do that. Okay, I'll try to do this as much in focus as I can. I brought out the Victorian Velvet, which goes with this color here, the Dusty Concord, which goes with the purple, and then I brought out Gathered Twigs, which is a brown tone that's just going to shadow some areas with it. Okay. Now, I don't think that's the right color pink. Yeah, I think it'll work though. All right, we're going to start with, of course, the Victorian Velvet, because, gee, my favorite color. I'm going to get that all over this ink pad. I want it loaded. I'm also going to tap it off so I don't get the little edges making a circle when I go in here. I want to have it just soft. Okay, that's probably a little too wet to stick right underneath there. Prismacolors are wax-based pencils. You can smush them together. Guess what won't stick to wax is water-based ink. So I can go right over all that purples, blues, and greens and still get the pink. I am going to bring the pink down in here. And we're going to cover up most of this down in this area. It's going to come off the page. Going to go up into her skin tone. One of the reasons we used all those pinks in here, we're going to get it in all over here. I don't mind. I'm going to do the same background on the other page, so if it goes over, it's not a big deal. Most of the backgrounds here are done as 2-page spreads, unless of course I go in with black. Okay. Get that paper up in the corner up here, so here in this corner. Oh dear, low power in my watch. Hold on a second. Probably bling over there, but that's the way it goes. Okay, bring that down on this side. And a bit more down in here. All right, around her neck, her forehead, her eye, her cheek area. I might get there. Be a nice blush. And on her lips. There we go. Boom. Gorgeous color. Okay, Dusty Concord, which is a deep purple. Same color as the hair. We're just going to add this in certain areas. Like a shadow. out. And bring it in. Being a little timid around her nose because I'm not quite sure how much of that I got colored. All right. You can add more of the Victorian Velvet if you want to blend some of that out or brighten anything up. I'm going to spritz water on this, so the more ink on here, the more splatter effect you're going to get. Okay, the brown is going around the edges. Okay, down and around here. Up in this area. Maybe right about here. Down there, up here. Okay, that's what we have so far. I have to keep the paper underneath there. We're going to get the water and a washcloth. I call them washcloths. They're big old rags. I use it all the time for this. And we're just going to splatter some water on here and lift it up. And Karlzon books are great for this effect. They don't crinkle that much. Pages are just wonderful. Okay. Brown, get its lid back on. If water lifted up anything on the face when we inked it, just come back in and lay down some more color on it and just let that dry. You can also put this on the flowers if you like. It's just the same color going down. If there was any spots you missed, it would cover it up. So if you have any of those papers showing through there, it'll cover that up for you. There we go. Okay, we have to let this dry a little bit, and then I'm going to come in and do some extra little work on it. Okay, we are back. Stickles! Stickle time and highlight time, because when we put water on the page, it will cover up or take off the Posca that I put down. I was checking to see if it took off anything else that was down here other than adding in smears all over her face and body. I have to try to get that out. It's a little color there. Anyway, we have to put the sparkles back in before we stickleize anything. I'm just going to make those big white balls, pretend they're pearls or something. Okay, and then of course our little things down here. So you want to be careful about that when you do that. Now you can add these up in here too. We can cover up these. We're going to put stickles on them, but if you cover them up, you won't have the black circles. You'll just have some shine up there. Don't have to be too terribly make them look like a round circle, but you don't have to make them exactly the same size as the one you're covering up. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. You can add an extra one. Your page. Do what you like. I just want to get rid of the big line. You can also add some specks on these guys in here if you like. I like to get rid of those little lines there, but I think that's going to take some work. I had the pit pen out here. If I go over that in this line, then ink over it, I might have some luck on that. Okay, stickles. We're going to go in here. We're going to put it on anything we want to sparkle. This book is full of sparkle. So we'll just add it. This is Diamond Stickles. Just kind of squeeze the little bottle. Put it down in little dots if you like. You can also draw lines with it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Make her earring really pretty. At least it'll be really shiny. Okay. We'll do her gems that are down here. And why not? Every single one of them that's down here. Can't believe I actually started on the left side. Ha! Gorgeous. Okay, we got to add some more up here, so I'm going to put it in the, yeah, that's where my problem's going to be. Got to turn the book a little bit. The leaves here. Kind of go up the veins. If you want, you can go down one side of the leaves. It's up to you how much sparkle you like in your pages. Okay, you're telling me that you're done? We're not done. We have a whole page to do here. Okay, we're going to go up these sticks. Pins, whatever you want to call them. And on these. Okay. We want to add a little sparkle on her face. So, let's see. Do a little eye here. Add it there. Maybe on her cheek here we'll add some little dots. Maybe a little on her lips for like lip gloss. Maybe I will smear that around instead of little dots on her cheek there. And we can add some in her hair. We'll pick a color to go down, like the purple, not the black. So we'll just bring some down. When you do this, you put it on the paper, you give it a squeeze, and then you let go of your pressure while you're drawing with it. So you have your line there, and then you just let it go, and you'll get that nice thin line going on there. Some here. Maybe one up here. There we go. And we can go around on these little guys out here and just touch them too, and then she'll have a nice little glowing effect around her. You can add a few out there that don't have white dots underneath. That is just one way of getting rid of the little circles that are out there just by covering them up, adding a few more. There we go. I'm going to see if we can't add some ink on these guys, probably in a brown and a purple. See if that will. It will take the ink. Okay, that'll work. Little brown one on that side. It'll dry a little lighter. And a little purple one on the other side. And not as much on that side, but it's not bad. Let's see if we can't do something about that. Try not to get my hand in the stickles. Anyway, I'll take a picture of it and you can see it without the lights, but here you can see all the sparkle that I put in on her. Her necklace is gorgeous, her earring. She's got a nice little sparkle going on her face and in her hair. There we go. Okay, well, I'll take a picture put it at the end of the video so you can see it without the lights on, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments section below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Have a great day. Bye now.